Yeah, some bars aren't very friendly to those that look different. Some bars are run by racist assholes. And apparently, some bars are pulling a rage bait scam to upset those of us with empathy to get them rich. And this is a story that covers all three of those scenarios, as a bar in Idaho is making national headlines for offering free beer to anyone who reports an undocumented immigrant to ICE and then gets them deported. But like I said, there is more going on with this story, and I don't want our empathy to make this asshat rich. So hit subscribe to Really American Media right here on YouTube, and please go find our Substack page. Let's break this all down like Marty McFly doing the moonwalk. So, Nick laid all of this out on the most recent episode of The Vocal Minority, but I've also got a video from a local in the town where that bar is that will explain why this is really a trick that they're trying to play on us progressive types.
This is a story out of Eagle, Idaho.
Imagine being a business, a bar nonetheless, and running on hate. Old State Saloon, a bar near Boise, Idaho, is doing just that right now. They are offering people 1 month of free beer at their establishment. Shared the following message on social media. Anyone who helps ICE identify and ultimately deport an illegal from Idaho gets free beer for 1 month at Old State Saloon. The business going as far as to say that if one person gets more than one deported, they may be eligible for months on end to get free beer. Oh wait, it gets more disgusting. The bar then goes on to offer a free beer to any undocumented immigrant that self-deports. Old State Saloon wanted the attention. Let's give it to them.
Yeah, let's give it to them.
I was going to say, let's have the free market backfire, because most of these people that embrace that, they see the con outweighs the pro. Now, I know it's, potentially BFE Idaho. Maybe there are people that will support that kind of thing. But
yeah,
this is that.
This is Eagle, Idaho. It's full of white supremacists and Aryan Brotherhood. I mean, it's a dark place. So I think there's a lot of people there that, get off on this shit. But
right. I was going to say with John here, that racist bar got a slew of 1-star reviews on Yelp, which is funny. But how many people in BFE Idaho are reading Yelp reviews before they decide between the two hole-in-the-wall bars they got to choose from? So
yeah. No.
But there was a lot of restaurants in the bigger cities, Chicago and Portland, that denied service to ICE. And because of that, a bunch of people went and supported those businesses. So, good luck with that. But also, how many illegal immigrants, quote unquote, are in BFE Idaho? You got 3 of them. Like, how far is this plane going to go?
Yeah. I think it's more just to rally up the troops.
So as somebody who lives in this community, let me tell you what's really going on. Mark Fitzpatrick, a former cop from California, moved to Idaho and opened this trashy dive bar. And even though it's Idaho, people here don't like him or his trashy bar. So how does his bar survive if people here don't even like him? Well, every few months when business drops, he says or does something super inflammatory, makes national news. People call him. Notice he gave a phone number. This isn't for people to call about ICE. This is for people to call and hate on him. Then he compiles all of those text messages, all of those calls that he gets, and he does a circuit around conservative media saying he's a victim. He's being attacked by the libs and the leftists. He literally survives to keep terrorizing our community because of rage bait, and everyone keeps falling for it. He's basically like that white mom at the park who then fundraised and made millions of dollars. That's what he's doing here. He just did this 6 months ago with Hetero Awesome Fest, which was a wild failure. Like 60 people total came over 2 days. But online, he was able to say that he lost $60,000. Please support him and his conservative values. And he was able to fundraise off of that, even though the community doesn't support him. So I am begging you to not call this number. That is what he wants. If you go over to X, he is posting all of the texts, all of the emails saying, I'm just trying to protect America. I just love our country. And the leftists are attacking me. They are calling me out. They're saying terrible things. Please send me money. And I get that you're mad. I get that you're raging. This is horrifying. But there is something you can do that will make a difference. Channel all of that outrage, and we need to make working with Mark poison. Here's how we do it. A huge draw for people at Mark's business are social media celebrities like Ian Carroll. Ian Carroll records his podcast at Old State Saloon. This Ian Carroll. Yes, this Ian. He was at Hetero Awesome Fest. He was the first ambassador for it. Look at all these followers he has while fomenting the worst things in my community. I feel like it's time for a find out phase, where he finds out how poisonous it is to work with Mark and Old State Saloon. You actually want to help. It needs to be painful to be associated with Old State Saloon.
This bar also held a lot of, after Charlie Kirk, was shot, they held a bunch of stuff talking about where does the country go from here. So, I mean, they're MAGAs, obviously, but
maybe they can get by on just hosting Klan rallies and whatnot. So, good luck if that's your motive.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, screw them.
A downtown Eagle bar's month-long free beer offer tied to immigration tips has gained national attention after the Department of Homeland Security reposted the promotion on social media. Old State Saloon posted late last week it would give a month of free drinks to anyone who helped Immigration and Customs Enforcement deport a, quote, an illegal from Idaho. Hours later, DHS's official X account reposted the message, sparking debate about whether the agency was endorsing the offer. Tonight, the controversial tip for beer immigration promotion in Eagle is now fueling political fallout.
People are turning in businesses and employers without actual knowledge of anything.
Republican Representative Stephanie Mickelson says ICE agents came to her family farm after a man, now celebrated by an Eagle bar, reported one of her former workers.
This problem will not get fixed until we hold employers accountable.
Ryan Spoon, the so-called first winner of Old State Saloon's month of free beer promotion, told Idaho News 6 he filed that tip believing the man he reported worked for Mickelson's farms.
Basically, I repeated Representative Stephanie Mickelson's, State House Representative Stephanie Mickelson. She gave public floor testimony on the floor of the Idaho State House in 2024, I believe it was, where in her own words, she said that, quote, every food processor in the state, unquote, hires illegals.
Here's a clip of part of Mickelson's speech that day.
So if you guys think that you haven't been touched by an illegal immigrant's hands in some way through either your traveling or your food, you're kidding yourselves.
I played Representative Mickelson part of my interview with Ryan Spoon on Monday from the Old State Saloon. Here's her reaction. Your thoughts?
Well, I think for one thing, he didn't quote me exactly, and what I said and what my intention is that I think that there are ag employers out there that have undocumented workers that they may or may not know are undocumented workers.
They have broken the law.
Spoon says he submitted the tip to ICE the day after President Trump was inaugurated.
Yeah, so there you go, and now you know, and knowing's half the battle. So do with this as you please. But next time you're in Idaho, please go out of your way to avoid that bar regardless. But please do take some time to like this video, comment below, and get vocal. From the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve podcast, the latest episode that chat came from, along with everything else we talked about, is available right here on this YouTube channel or anywhere you get podcasts. So go check it out. I'm Steve Harness for Really American Media.